before we start, does anyone have any injuries?
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's start with your feet on the mat, hip width apart. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest and roll your spine down vertebra by vertebra so that your arms are hanging above the floor. Swing your arms to the right, to the left, and again to the right, and to the left. Take a deep breath in, and out, and again in, and out, and this time breathe in, and as you breathe out, roll your spine up vertebra by vertebra, making sure that your head is last to rise. Perfect, so let's go down to our mats, lie on your back, knees bent, feet hip width apart. Relax your arms by your side and close your eyes. So we're going to establish our neutral pelvis. So take your awareness to your pelvis and start by rocking your pelvis backwards and forwards, tucking and arching, warming up the muscles in your lower back, tucking and arching, tucking and arching. And relax your pelvis in between the tuck and the arch, where you feel your hip bone and your pubic bone are on the same plane. This is your neutral pelvis. Now we're going to establish our neutral spine. So notice the small arc in your lower back, your tailbone resting on the mat, journeying up, your ribs resting on the mat, the natural arc in the back of your neck, your head resting, and your chin softened to your chest. This is your neutral spine. Now we're going to focus on our breathing. So place your hands onto your ribs. Take a deep breath in to your back, your sides, and your belly. Breathe out to your back, your sides, and your belly. Breathe in to your back, your sides, and your belly. Breathe out, relax your back, your sides, and your belly. That's your neutral breathing. Now we move on, so we breathe into your back, your sides, and your belly. And as you breathe out, squeeze the air out of your lungs, lifting your pelvic floor and drawing your navel to your spine. Breathe into your back, your sides, and your belly. And as you breathe out, squeeze the air out of your lungs, lifting your pelvic floor and drawing your navel to your spine. This time, breathe into your back and your sides only. And as you breathe out, squeeze the air out of your lungs, keeping your pelvic floor and your navel firm. One more time, breathe into your back and your sides only. And as you breathe out, squeeze the air out of your lungs, keeping your pelvic floor and your navel firm. This is your Pilates breathing, and I'd like you to use this breathing throughout the rest of the class. So open your eyes and place your hands at a 45-degree angle, feet hip width apart, toes slightly in, heels slightly out. We're going to go into our pelvic roll-up. This focuses on our spinal articulation. So breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, roll your spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Breathe in, hold position, making sure your knees, your hips, and your shoulders are in one long line. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, roll your spine down. And breathe in, release. 2 more times. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Squeeze your bottom, flatten your back. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, release. Last time. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, roll your spine down. And breathe in, release. This time, as you breathe out, roll your spine up into one long line. Breathe in, take your arms over your head. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, circle your arms back down to your hips. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in, take your arms over your head onto the floor. Breathe out, roll your spine down. And breathe in, circle your arms back to your hips. 2 more times. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in, take your arms over your head. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, circle your arms back down to your hips. Last time. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in, take your arms over your head. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, legs up to tabletop. Hands at 45-degree angle. Breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, take your knees to your right and your head to your left, making sure your shoulders are anchored on the mat. Breathe in, using your abdominals, bring your legs back to the centre. Breathe out, take your legs to your left and your head to your right, keeping your shoulders anchored on the mat. Breathe in, bring your legs back to the centre, one more on each side. Legs to the right, head to the left. Centre. Legs to the left, head to the right. Focusing on your spinal rotation. Using your abdominals, bring your legs back to the centre and place your feet on the floor. Now feet on the floor, knees bent, feet hip width apart. Hands behind your head, interlinking fingers with your thumbs drawing down the backs of your neck. Your elbows out to the side so you can see them out the corner of your eyes. We're going to go into our prep for abs. Breathe in, lengthen your neck. Breathe out, lift your chest. Breathe in, hold the position, drawing your navel to your spine. Breathe out, lower your chest. Breathe in, lengthen your neck. Breathe out, lift your chest. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, lower your chest. 2 more times. Breathe out, breathe in, lengthen your neck. Breathe out, lift your chest. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, lower your chest. Breathe in, lengthen your neck. Breathe out, lift your chest. Breathe in, hold the position. Breathe out, lower your chest. So this time, you'll breathe in, lengthen your neck, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your chest and take your right shoulder to your left knee. Breathe in, come back to center, keeping your chest up. Breathe out, take your left shoulder to your right knee. Breathe in to the center, keeping your chest up. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. 2 more. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, center. Breathe out, lower your chest down to the floor. Now we're going into our prep for our hundreds. So lengthen your legs out and your arms out behind you. This is focusing on our abdominals and flowing movement. So breathe in, slide your toes along the floor. Breathe out, lift your legs towards the ceiling, lift your chest and bring your hands over your head towards your hips. Breathe in, lower your toes. Breathe out, lengthen out to the start position. Breathe in, slide your toes along the floor. Breathe out, lift up. Breathe in, lower your toes, and breathe out, lengthen out to the start position. Breathe in, toes towards you. Breathe out, lengthen and lift. Breathe in, toes to the floor. Breathe out, lengthen out. And one more time. Breathe in, slide your toes along the floor. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. And breathe out, lengthen out to the start position. So now we'll establish our 100 position. So breathe in, slide your toes along the floor. Breathe out, lift your legs and your hands over your head towards your hips. Take your legs down to tabletop and interlink your fingers behind your head with your thumbs drawing down. If your lower back hurts, make sure you bring your legs from up down to tabletop. If your neck hurts, put your hands behind your head. And whatever feels comfortable for you is your individual hundreds position. So go into your individual hundreds position with your hands by your sides. We're going to pump in for 5 counts and pump out for 5 counts. So in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, lower your toes to the floor. Breathe out, pull yourself out. Give yourself a nice stretch. Okay, so now we're going to go into our pelvic roll up, focusing on our spinal articulation. So bend your knees, feet hip width apart, toes slightly in, heels slightly out, arms up by your sides. You're going to breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, roll your spine up vertebra by vertebra. Breathe in at the top, making sure your knees, your hips and your shoulders are in one long line. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, release. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Squeeze your bottom flat of your back. Breathe in, hold the position. Breathe out, lower your spine down. 2 more times. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, lift your spine up. Breathe in, hold the position. Breathe out, lower your spine down. Breathe in and release. 1 more time. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, lower your spine down. Breathe in, release. This time, breathe out, roll your spine up, all the way up into a bridge position. Breathe in, squeeze your left glute and take your right leg up into tabletop. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, squeeze your right glute, take your left leg up into tabletop. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in for 3. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in for 6. Breathe out lower, keeping your hips up. Breathe in for 7. Breathe out lower. And last one, breathe in for 8. Breathe out lower. Breathe in, hold position. Breathe out, roll your spine down. And hug your knees to your chest. Toes together, knees apart. Rock your spine one way and the other. Releasing your lower back and spine. So now we're going to go into our hamstring stretch. So legs out in front of you, straight. Keeping your left leg anchored on the floor, take your right leg up towards the ceiling and grab your right thigh. Pull your hamstring towards you to give yourself a deeper stretch. Point your foot to activate the stretch in your front ankle and flex your foot to activate the stretch in your back calf. Point and flex, point and flex. And then pull your knee towards you, towards your chest. Pushing your left leg away from you. And as you release your leg up towards the ceiling, pull your thigh towards you to give your hamstring that deep stretch. This is preparing us for our leg circles. So now we're going to go into our leg circles. So right leg up towards the ceiling, arms at 45-degree angle, making sure that your hips stay on the floor at all times. This is focusing on our pelvic stability, our anterior thigh and our abdominals. So you're going to breathe in to prepare, breathe out, take your leg out to the side, lower, breathe in, cross-center your body and lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower for 4, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower for 5, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower for 6, breathe in, lift, controlling your leg for 7, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower for 8, breathe in, lift, and then reverse the circle, so breathe out, cross-center your body, lower, breathe in, out to the side and lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, for 6, breathe in, lift, for 7, breathe in, lift, and last one for 8, breathe in, lift, and relax your leg down. So now we're going to go on to the other side. So keeping your right leg anchored on the mat, take your left leg up towards the ceiling and grab your thigh with your hands. Pulling your hamstring towards you to give yourself a hamstring stretch. Point your foot to activate the stretch in your front ankle and flex your foot to activate the stretch in your back calf. Point and flex, point and flex. And then bend your knee towards your chest. And as you release your leg up towards the ceiling, pull your thigh towards you to give yourself that deeper stretch, preparing ourselves for our leg circles. So the same thing on this leg, keeping your right leg anchored on the mat, hands at 45-degree angle, point your foot, breathe in to prepare, breathe out, take your leg out to the side and lower, breathe in, cross-center your body and lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift. If you feel clicking, then make the movement smaller, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, 5, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift for 6, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift for 7, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift for 8, and then we're going to reverse the circle. So breathe out, cross-center your body and lower, breathe in, out to the side and lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, keeping your hips still, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower for 6, more. Breathe out low for 7. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out low for 8. Breathe in, lift, and relax your leg down. Give your legs a shake. Oh, legs a wall. Now we'll go into a lunge stretch. So, bring your right leg forward. Your back leg, your back knee on the floor and your toes tucked under, your leg out straight, your front foot at a 90-degree angle. Hands either side of your foot, or if it's easier, on the inner side of your foot, making sure your head is in line with the tailbone, your back straight. Push your hip towards the floor, focusing on our hip flexor. And then tuck your back toes under and lift your knee up the floor. Pushing your hip towards the floor, your front foot and your back foot towards each other to deepen the stretch. Making sure your back's straight. And then stretch your right leg up, giving your hamstring a stretch and push your back heel towards the floor. Making sure that your head is in line with your tailbone. Don't worry if you can't stretch your front leg. And then place your back knee on the floor and put your hands either side, on the inside of your foot, and take your back leg, your front leg back to the back. We're going to go into our plank. So if your wrists hurt, go down onto your elbows. If your lower back hurts, you can do your plank on your knees. Otherwise, up into our plank, tucking your tailbone under, using your abdominals to keep yourself stable. Wrists in line with your shoulders. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now place your knees on the floor and come back into your child's pose. Toes together, knees apart, arms in front of you, just releasing your lower back and stretching your arms and your shoulders. Deep breath in and out. Releasing your lower back. Take a deep breath in and out. Perfect. So now we're going to do the same on the other side. So bring your left leg forward. Front leg should be at a 90-degree angle. Back leg out behind you with your toes tucked under. Hands either side of your foot, or if it's easier, on the inner side of your foot. And push your hip towards the floor. Focusing on our hip flexor. Keeping your back straight. And then tuck your back toes under and lift your knee up from the floor. Pushing your hip towards the floor to deepen the stretch, and your front foot and your back foot towards each other. Making sure your head is in line with your tailbone. And then start by straightening your front foot up, pushing your back heel down to the floor. Keeping your head in line with your tailbone. And then place your back knee on the floor, hands on the inner side of your foot, and swing your foot round to the back. This time we're going to do our press-ups. So you can also do your press-ups on your knees if your lower back hurts. Otherwise, up into your full plank, tucking your tailbone under, wrists in line with your shoulders, and keeping your abs firm. So you're going to breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower for 4, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower for 5, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower for 6, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower for 7, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower for 8, breathe out, lift. And then place your knees on the floor. Come back into your child's pose, toes together, knees apart. Stretch your arms and your shoulders out in front of you. Releasing your lower back and giving your arms and your shoulders a stretch. Now we're going to go into our thread the needle. So come on your 4-point kneeling position. Wrists in line with your shoulders. We're going to take your right And then releasing your arm, threading it underneath your left arm, and releasing your shoulder on the mat and squaring your hips. And then back to the start position. Same on the other side. So your left arm up towards the ceiling, following your hand with your eyes, giving your shoulder a stretch. And then release your arm underneath your other arm, releasing your shoulder on the mat and squaring your hips. Perfect. And come up to your seating position. Now we're going to go into our C curve. So come to the end of your mat. Feet together, knees together. Sitting up straight, your hands behind your thighs. We're going to establish our C curve, so your elbows are out to the sides. Breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest and roll your spine down. Shoulders over your hips. Breathe in, draw your navel to the spine. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out, roll your spine down, vertebra by vertebra into that C curve. Breathe in, hold the position. Breathe out, roll your spine up, vertebra by vertebra. Breathe in at the top. 2 more times. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Breathe in at the top. Last time. Breathe out, roll your spine down. Breathe in, hold. Breathe out, roll your spine up. Now this time we're going to go into our rolling like a ball. It's going to focus on our balance, control and spinal massage. So breathe in at the top and breathe out, roll your spine down into that C curve. Then sit back onto your tailbone, lift your feet off the floor. Breathe in, roll back onto your shoulder blades, keeping your head off the floor. Breathe out, come up, keeping your feet off the floor. Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 5. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 6. Breathe out, roll up. 2 more times. Breathe in for 7. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 8. Breathe out, roll up. So now we're going to go into our ab sequence. This sequence consists of 5 exercises. I don't expect you to get through them all, but the first one and the first 2 definitely. If you don't get through them all and you stop, make sure you keep track of where you stop so that next time you can progress further. These exercises are all about feeling it in your abdominals and not in your lower back. So if you do feel it in your lower back, bring your knees down to tabletop. If you feel it in your neck, interlink your fingers behind your head with your thumbs drawing down the sides of your neck. And if you need a break at any time, feel free to do so. So come to a seated position, breathe in, and as you breathe out, roll your spine down, vertebra by vertebra, so that you're lying on the mat. Feet together and knees together, you're going to use your abdominals. Bring your legs up to tabletop. Hands on your knees. Breathe in and breathe out to lift your chest. So keeping your chest up and your lower back imprinted on the mat. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, extend your right leg and keep your hands on your left knee. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, extend your left leg. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in, return. For 5, return. For 6, return. For 7, return. Last one for 8, return. This time, breathe in, extend both your legs and your arms away from you. Breathe out, circle back to the start position. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, back. For 3, back. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, back. For 5, for 6, for 7, and last one, breathe in, extend, breathe out, come back. Now into our hamstring pull, so legs towards the ceiling, hold your thighs with your hands, keeping your chest up, breathe in to prepare, breathe out, lower your right leg, hands behind your left thigh. we're going to do the double leg extension. So breathe in, prepare, breathe out, extend your legs, breathe in, return. Breathe out, extend, breathe in, return. For 3, return, keeping your lower back imprinted, return. For 5, return. For 6, return. For 7, return. One more time. For 8, return. Now this time, as you breathe out, you're going to extend your right leg and take your right shoulder to your left knee. Breathe in, return, keeping your chest up. Breathe out, left leg extend, left shoulder to right knee. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, return. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, return. For 5, return. 6, return. 7, return. And 8, return and relax. So now, feet on the floor, feet together, knees together, arms at 45-degree angle. We're going into our side to side, focusing on our spinal rotation. Breathe in and breathe out. Take your knees to your right and hand to your left. Releasing your lower back. Breathe in, use your knees, use your abdominals, bring your knees back to the centre. Breathe out, knees to your left, head to your right. Breathe in, knees back to centre, one more on each side. Breathe out, knees to the right, head to the left. Breathe in, knees back to centre. Breathe out, knees to the left, head to the right. Breathe in, bring your knees back to the centre. Now feel free to take a drink after our abdominals. Okay, so now we're going to go into our crunch stretch. So roll over onto your tummy. Put your left hand underneath your forehead and pull your right foot towards your bottom. Grab your right foot with your right hand. Push your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. And if you want a deeper stretch, lift your knee off the floor. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Right hand underneath your forehead. Take your left foot towards your bottom and grab your left foot with your left hand. Push your hand into your foot and your foot into your hand. And lift your knee off the floor if you want a deep stretch. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So now we're going to establish our neutral pelvis. Arms in compost position, toes together, heels apart, open up your sacrum. Lifting your kneecaps off the floor, tucking your tailbone under so that your hip bone and your pubic bone are on the same plane. We're going to squeeze the bottom and release. Squeeze and release. 2 more times, squeeze and release. 1 more time, squeeze and release. So now we're going into our swan arms. So this is focusing on our spinal extension. So arms staying in compost position, head relaxed on the floor, keeping your neutral pelvis. We're going to breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your chest, keeping your head and your tailbone in one long line. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 3. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 5. Breathe in, lower. For 6. Breathe in, lower. For 7. Breathe in, lower. Last time. Breathe out for 8. Breathe in, lower. So now keeping your neutral pelvis, toes together, heels apart. Open up your sacrum and your hip bone and your pubic bone should be on the same plane. Hands towards your head with your elbows facing outwards. Head relaxed on the floor. We're going into our prep for breaststroke. So breathe in to prepare. As you breathe out, swing your elbows in and lift your chest. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower yourself down to the floor. Breathe out, lift your chest. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your head to the floor. Breathe out for 3. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your head to the floor. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your head. For 5, lift your chest. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your head to the floor. For 6, lift your chest. Breathe in, lift your arms. Breathe out, lower your arms. Breathe in, lower down. For 7, lift your chest. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe in, lower your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your chest. And last one, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lift your palms. Breathe out, lower your palms. Breathe in, lower your head to the floor. So now we're going to go into our swimming. So arms out in front of you, palms facing each other. Legs in parallel. Head relaxed on the floor. You're going to breathe in to prepare. Breathe out with your right arm on your left leg, keeping your head on the floor. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift your left arm on your right leg. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 4. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 5. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 6. Breathe in, lower. For 7. Breathe in, lower. Last one, for 8. Breathe in, lower. This time, as you breathe out, you're going to lift your right arm, your left leg, and your chest, making sure your head and your shoulder are in one line. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift your left arm, right leg, and your chest. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 4. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 5. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 6. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 7. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift for 8. Breathe in, lower. Take your hands to your chest. Lift yourself up into your child's pose. Toes together, knees apart. Releasing your lower back and stretching your arms and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and out. Perfect. So now we're going to go into our side legs. So lie on the right side. Make sure you have your trousers underneath them. Lie on your elbow. If it's uncomfortable, then you can place your towel in between your head and your shoulder. Hips stacked, making sure your underneath waist is lifted. Top arm on the floor in front of you. Toes slightly in front of you to protect your lower back. Breathe in to prepare. And as you breathe out, you're going to lift both legs up. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 3. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 5. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 6. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 7. Breathe in, lower. And last one, breathe out for 8. Breathe in, lower. Now keeping your legs lifted from the floor. Breathe out, lift your top leg. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 4. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 5. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 6. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 7. Breathe in, lower. One more time. Breathe out for 8. Breathe in, lower. Keeping your legs lifted. Breathe in, lower your bottom leg. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in for 3. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out, lift. Making sure your underneath waist is lifted. Lift. 5. Breathe out, lift. For 6. Breathe out, lift. For 7. Breathe out, lift. For 8. Breathe out, lift. And relax. And that was focusing on our lateral stabilization and our obliques. So now bring yourself up, resting on your elbow. Elbow should be in line with your shoulder, top hand on the floor. Hips stacked, shoulder relaxed, and use your opposite arm to lift your waist underneath waist up. So we're going to lift our top leg, and we're going to externally rotate, breathe in and carry our leg forward, internally rotate, breathe out, carry it back. Breathe in, forward, breathe out, back. Keeping your hips still, breathe in forward, breathe out back, breathe in forward for 4, breathe out back, breathe in forward for 5, breathe out back, breathe in forward for 6, breathe out back, breathe in forward for 7, breathe out back, breathe in forward for 8, breathe out back and relax. So now we're going to go into our leg lifts. So back down onto your elbow, put a towel underneath your head and your shoulder if you need, if it's uncomfortable. Bend your bottom leg, foot in line with your bottom, top leg up, underneath waist lifted, hips are stacked and top hand on the floor. Internally rotate your foot. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 4, breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 5, breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 6, breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 7, breathe in, lower. Breathe out for 8, breathe in, lower. Now we're going to our leg circles. So breathe in, lift your leg up and round. Breathe out, lower your leg down. Breathe in, breathe out into a circle. Breathe in, breathe out for 4, breathe out for 5, breathe out for 6. You can place your hand on your hip if it's moving. For 7 and for 8, and then rotate the circle. So breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower to a circle, breathe out, lift, lower, 3, lower, for 4, lower, 5, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe in, lower, 7, lower, and 8, lower, and relax. Your thighs. Okay, so now we're going to go into our plan, focusing on our lateral stabilisation, our obliques, our glutes, and our outer thigh. So bend both knees, feet in line with your bottom, underneath waist lifted at all times, big toes together. Breathe out, open, breathe in, lower. Breathe out, open, breathe in, close, breathe out, open, breathe in, close. For 4, close, 5, close, for 6, close, for 7, close, and for 8, close. Now extend your bottom leg and put your toe from your top leg onto the bottom knee. Leg should be in line with the floor, underneath waist lifted. Breathe in, breathe out, open, breathe in, close, breathe out, open, breathe in, close. For 3, breathe in, close. For 4, breathe in, close. For 5, breathe in, close. 6, breathe in, close. For 7, breathe in, close. And last one, for 8, breathe in, close. This time you're going to breathe out, open the leg, breathe in, extend, breathe out, lower, breathe in, close. Breathe out, open, breathe in, extend, breathe in, lower, breathe out, open, breathe in, extend, breathe out, lower, breathe in, close. Keeping your underneath waist lifted. Breathe out, open, extend, lower, close. 4, extend, lower, close. 5, extend, lower, close. 6, extend, lower, close. 7, extend, lower, close. Last one, extend, lower, close. Good one. Lift up. Roll over onto your back. We're going to work on a glute stretch, so take the leg you've just been working on over the opposite leg and pull your thigh towards you. Push your outer ankle towards your thigh. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. lay it onto your elbow. If you need a towel between your elbow, your shoulder and your head, there's one there. Toes together, hips are stacked, underneath waist lifted. Top arm on the floor. Toes slightly in front of you so that you can see them to protect your lower back. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, lift both legs. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. 4, lower. 5, lower. 6, lower. 7, lower. And for 8, lower. Keeping your legs lifted. Breathe in, lift your upper leg. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, lift. Lower. For 4, lower. For 5, lower. For 6, lower. For 7, lower. For 8, lower. Keeping your legs lifted. You're going to breathe in, lower your bottom leg. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Lift. For 4, lift. For 5, lift. For 6, lift. For 7, lift. And for 8, lift and relax. Whew. That was working our lateral stabilization in our obliques. So now come up onto your elbow. Elbow in line with your shoulder. Using your opposite arm, lift your chest up. Hips stacked. Top arm on the mat in front of you. We're going to lift your top leg, externally rotate it, breathe in, carry it forward, internally rotate, breathe out, carry it back. Breathe in, forward, breathe out, point it back. Breathe in, forward, breathe out, carry it back. For 4, carry it back. For 5, back. Breathe in, forward. For 6, breathe out, back. Breathe in, forward. For 7, breathe out, back. And for 8, breathe out, back and relax. So now come down onto your elbow again. Lay your head on your elbow, underneath waist lifted, toes slightly in front of you to protect your lower back. We're going to bend our bottom leg, foot in line with your bottom. Internally rotate your foot so that your toes are facing down and your heels are facing up. Top hand on the floor. Breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower. For 4, lower. For 5, lower. For 6, lower. For 7, lower. One more time, 8, lower. Now we're going to go into our leg circle. So breathe in, circle your leg up, and breathe out, circle it down. Breathe in, up, breathe out, down. For 3, circle round. For 4, breathe out, down. For 5, breathe out, down. For 6, breathe out, down, controlling your leg, keeping your hips still. For 7, and for 8, and then we're going to reverse it. Breathe in, lift it up, breathe out, lower it down into a circle. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower, breathe in, lift, breathe out, lower. For 4, keeping your hips stacked. For 5, breathe out, lower. For 6, breathe out, lower. For 7, breathe out, lower. And for 8, breathe out, lower. Okay, so relax. Now we're going to go into our clown, working on our lateral stabilization, our obliques, glutes, and outer thigh. So bend both your knees. Feet should be in line with your bottom. Underneath waist is lifted. Top hand on the floor. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. You can put your hand onto your hip to keep it still. Close. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Close. For 5. Close. 6. Close. 7. Close. 8. Close. And relax. So now extend your bottom leg. Toes slightly in front of you, underneath waist lifted. Your top toe should be on your bottom knee, your leg in line with the floor. Breathe in to prepare, breathe out, open your leg. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Close for 4. Close for 5. Close. 6. Close. 2 more. 7. Close. And 8. Close. This time, breathe out, open. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, close. Breathe out, open. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, lower. Breathe in, close. Open, extend, lower, close. 4, extend, lower, close. 5, extend, lower, close. 6, extend, lower, close. 7, extend, lower, close. And last one, 8, extend, lower, close, and relax. Now roll over onto your back and do our glute stretch. So take the leg you've just been working on over the opposite leg and grab your thigh. Push your outer ankle towards your thigh and pull your thigh towards you. Hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now we're going to go into our still puppy. So come to the edge of your mat. Feet together, knees apart. You're going to thread your hands underneath your ankles. And you're going to go back into your C curve, which we established earlier. And you're going to sit back on your tailbone, making sure your feet are off the floor. This is focusing on our balance, control, and spinal massage. So into your C curve, you're going to roll back onto your shoulder blades, keeping your head off the floor. So breathe in, roll back. Breathe out, roll up, keeping your feet off the floor. Breathe in, back. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 3. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe in for 4. Breathe out, roll up. Breathe for 5. Breathe out, up. 6. Up. 7. Up. One more time. 8. And roll up. And eat. Now bring your feet to the floor. Your hands beside you. Come up to your standing position. Have a glass of water if you need one. Okay, so stand on your mat. Feet hip width apart. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your spine down vertebra by vertebra so that your arms are hanging above the floor. Swing your arms to your right and to your left, to the right and to the left. Take your head to your right and to your left, to your right and to your left. Take a deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. And this time breathe in, and as you breathe out, roll your spine up, vertebra by vertebra, making sure your head is nice and wide. And we'll do that one more time. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, tuck your chin to your chest, roll your spine down, vertebra by vertebra, so that you're relaxing your lower back and your arms. Swing your arms to the right and to the left, to the right and to the left. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out, and then take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, roll your spine up, vertebra by vertebra, making sure your head is last to rise. Roll your shoulders back for 3, and forward for 3, and then take your right arm, stretching your sides, right for left.